We'll just turn them all on, especially this one. It's after the Lions game, and so I figured it's good for me to come out here and work with my hands. Blow off a little steam. Of course, if I cut myself or hit myself with a hammer or something, you could see me lose my ever-loving blippity blip. Okay, so those three pieces are done, and they are right here. Let's see what we get. 3 pieces of wire, 2.5 pounds of copper. Probably number one. I'll decide what to do with that. I'm not in the mood to make any decisions. I could probably talk when I work. I had someone mention on Facebook after the game. They made the comment, "Same old Lions." Oh, I have a hard time with ignorance. I have a short fuse when it comes to ignorance. The Lions went, what, 14-5 this year? Is that the same old Lions? Huh? And how they went 14-5 is the receivers were catching balls, and for whatever reason, the receivers had a hard time tonight. The same old Lions. I never have a problem with people's opinions if they're rooted in fact. But if it's rooted in ignorance, I don't have any patience for that. That's somebody that just doesn't know sports. I played college basketball, college golf. I understand team sports, what it's like to bust your butt in practice when no one's looking, to try to get better. And I know it's hard to win. So, to see what the Lions did this year, and the winning that they did, to say that they're the same as what they were before, pretty much asinine. So, the difference between me and someone else is I have a level head, I think. And I'm not going to get mad at someone who's stupid. They can't help it. Maybe they can, I don't know. A lot of people can't help being stupid. This piece, by the way, I have a buddy that does repair work on equipment at Subway restaurants. And this piece comes out of one of their pieces of equipment. I don't know what it is. But he's given me, I don't know, 4 or 5 of these over the last year. And they're just pretty much solid brass. There's a little metal in here, and theoretically speaking, I could just put it in my forge and burn it. But what I'm worried about is there being any trapped moisture in here, and then having that blow up in my beautiful face. when I'm melting, so. There we go. Don't even know what that is. A little screen. Okay. Looks like there was some brass in there, but it doesn't look like it. Now I need to get this out of here. I'll go grab that tool. Oh, man, it's so close. Okay, that thing's gonna go flying. There we go. Some are harder than others. Little aluminum plate here, I think. We'll try. Yeah, I have one hanging up here already. I'll probably put a hole through this and hang that one as well. Now you can see there's all kinds of who knows what in here. Okay. I wonder if this can be, if I can bang that through or something or what. Look at all this stuff coming out. It's a pretty cool piece inside, actually. That's heavy steel. Now here's the other bummer. This stuff is full of black crap in here that I think probably has to get banged out somehow. Yeah, I can't remember how I did it before. That really hurt, really, really hurt. Okay. This gives me a lot of satisfaction getting this off of here, I'll be honest. I didn't think I was gonna get it. Oh, see what happens is these handles keep closing and pinching my finger in here to the point where I can't even feel my fingertip right now. God. Okay. Both of these fingertips I can't even feel right now. Oh, my fingers. It doesn't help that it's cold in here. Okay. So, I think this, well, yeah, that looks like brass. It is brass. I didn't think it was, but it wasn't magnetic, so I was kind of confused. So that's a nice chunk of brass. I get these rubber washers off of here, but those will melt up when I go to melt it. So, working on a couple of these. I don't know, I've done 5 of them maybe, but you've got this metal bracket in here that's got to come out so you can get clean extruded for it. This one is a little trickier because it kind of bobs and weaves through here. Huh. All right. Man, these are tiny. I bet these aren't a penny a piece, man. Should just probably throw them in my metal shred and be done with it. But I don't know, what else am I gonna do on a Sunday night? Oh, life is full of ups and downs, huh? It's usually not the circumstance that makes or breaks a person, but it's how they react to it, right? And that's what they say in the fancy books. I firmly believe that glass half full and glass half empty is a legit concept. If something happens that doesn't go your way and all you do is think about all the negative things, then you're a glass half empty person. Not only is that going to be hard for you to find anything good in life, but it's going to make it hard for anybody to want to be around you. A little spool of copper in here. Trying to get it out. There we go. Man, this stuff is like hair. Very, very fine. I think these come out of lights, fluorescent light systems. I always keep these pieces because there's little chunks of brass in them. There's not a lot, but I keep a lot of little chunks of brass and end up making some nice bars out of them. Just got home from work. Got a few things in the truck I've got to get taken care of. Found another bike today. Still figuring out whether I want to take these wheels off like I did before. I probably will, just because it kind of just all lays in there better. I had one guy ask me or tell me in my last video that these little doohickeys on the end are brass, and that he knows of somebody that unscrews them, but I checked the ones that I did and they are not brass. So I tried. A little bit of wire. Set this down so I'm not doing it one-handed. Some of this wire is aluminum, so it's not going to be ultra valuable. That bike is heavy. All aluminum wire in there. But since I have it, I'll take it out. This one's got copper wire. I'm good with that, obviously. Let's see. Oh, you're still on. I was just over talking to my neighbor about the Lions game. We were boo-hooing together. How about that? I live in Green Bay and I got a guy that lives across the street from me who's also a Lions fan. So that's kind of fun. Talk to him every once in a while. What I was going to say when I was cutting off this cord off of the vacuum cleaner is, I think I'm the only one that gets this excited about vacuum cleaner cords. When I find one, it's a big deal to me for whatever reason. I just love it. I mean, it's just like free money at $1 a pound. So I'll throw this over in my cord bin and get some things situated over here. The vacuum is gonna go in, but this bin in the back here is where I throw like random metal stuff. So anytime I get stuff like this, throw that. I don't want to have this stuff all over the place. There's some, found that a plumbing place. Got a little zinc on the end of that, so we'll get that cleaned off. This is stainless steel. That's aluminum. Oh, here's a kickstand here. Oh, I don't think I could get that off of there. I'm going to cut that. Okay, a little bit of wire. I think this is probably going to be stainless. Feels like there's something in it, which kind of grosses me out. Then we'll see what this is. Cast aluminum or brass, I don't know. Found a set of headphones. Cut the cord off of that. You may be asking, hey, they may work. I don't care. I ain't putting someone's funky ears over my ears. Not happening, brah. Put that there. Okay. Tried to sell this camping kit, but nobody wanted it. So all this stuff is going to be scrap. I can't think of what I need a spatula for out here. I told somebody I wanted to have it sold by the weekend because I was going to sell it. Nobody asked for it, so I'm doing it. Plates are aluminum. And a cast iron skillet. That's scrap because I ain't messing with it. Can't just hang on to stuff forever. So let's see, this is my aluminum bin. Steel pieces. Tablecloth. Silverware. I don't need silverware. Just like that. Then I'll take this box to work tomorrow. Throw it in the dumpster and we're done. I don't know what to do with this. I mean, I know they're all this and that, but you gotta clean it up. I'm not gonna clean a pan, especially since I don't cook in them. If somebody wanted it, they could have said that they wanted it, but they didn't, so. And here's the deal. I could have tried to sell that on Marketplace for 10 bucks or something, but now I gotta sit here and go back and forth with a bunch of knuckleheads. Set up times for them to be here, they don't show up, and on and on and on. I'd pay 10 bucks just to not have to put up with that crap, so. Shred it is, baby. Aluminum. And this part of it is aluminum. Look at this. Look at my Kung Fu grip. Aluminum. Now this is steel. Probably a nice thing to be able to put in a fire and lift up something. Maybe that's what you put your coffee pot on. I don't know. You know where it's going to go right now? In the garbage. Or in my shred pile, I should say. This thing's pretty beat up. I know there's going to be someone out there flipping out. Oh, you could have used it, really? Well, I have no plans on being a hobo, so I'm not planning for that day. So this thing's as cheap as it gets. Okay, old coffee pot. Thanks for playing. Okay, so these screws are steel, but that is zinc. That'll go into my zinc bucket. Steel. I think I need to buzz this off with my angle grinder because this is stainless. Little bitty stainless. Okay, next question is how big of a pain is this thing gonna be? Look at how rusted it is. I mean, I should get a prize if I can get this thing off. I might throw some WD on it here. Help me out a little bit. I always do this wrong, man. In the wrong direction. I think this is wrong. It's supposed to be this way? No. How did this thing get in here so hard? What did I do? There we go. I think it needs some more WD. That's a pretty bad rust. And if it doesn't come off, I'm not gonna hurt myself trying to get that out, because what I could do, take my angle grinder and just cut it off, leave the pieces of metal in here, and then just melt it myself with some other brass. And the steel can be scooped right off the top. It'll come off with the slag. It's a tasty piece of brass in there though. That's why we do it. Get that off first. Okay. Pinch those wires in the vise. See. Smarter, not harder, man. Sometimes I forget until it's too late. This is a pretty small Romex. Stuff on the ground is thicker than this, but it's still solid core. It's still bare bright. And it's still free. I can dig that. Okay. More pieces to strip this paper off. This goes back here in my bare bright. Trip those as well. What are you doing here? Keep adding up. This aluminum stuff would probably be good to melt. Okay, well, I know where those other pieces came from. It's amazing how light this stuff is, this aluminum wire compared to copper. Okay, on the last bikes, kickstand was aluminum, pretty easy to take off, but I think this is steel. Yeah. The only thing, just little bits and pieces, and I don't even care. I'd rather melt aluminum cans than scrounge around for aluminum on this thing. I have to admit, bikes do fit in your vehicle a lot better put the tires off for what it's worth. I don't have a lot of heavy stuff, but I got some bulky stuff, including the guts of this transformer right here. That thing's still 120 pounds. We've got a lot of work to do out here, a lot of stuff. I appreciate you watching. Stay tuned for more stuff to come.